The legendary Pete Sampras. Sampras at the top of your screen begins serving. Sampras won his 200th Grand Slam match, beating Tommy Haas the other night. Third on the all-time list for Grand Slam match wins.
Really two big question marks here for this match, Sam. One is Sampras' fitness after 4 matches, I'm sorry, in the US Open. And the other one, Mr. Roddick's foot, who has a blister and has been giving him problems the last few matches.
Roddick with a bruise just below the little toe on his left foot. That taped with a pad on there. Sampras with a great game here so far, up 40 love, his first ace. That's wide, and Pete Sampras begins this match holding at love, looking sharp to start.
First game.
If I were Roddick and I had Sampras in the back of the court, I would move him around as much as I can, try to take away his energy. It might be good in the first and second set, but then it starts to decrease as it did against Tommy Haas, and I'm sure Andy Roddick had a good look at that match.
It'll be interesting to see the approach Roddick takes in this match. Of course, he has entertained the crowd throughout his matches here. He has so much respect for the guy on the other side of the net. One thing that I've wondered, Nico, is how Roddick would approach this match in terms of the crowd. He feeds off an American crowd so much, but because of the significance of this match, I've wondered how much fist pumping and screaming we'll see from him here.
Oh, great shot from Sampras. Sampras really coming out of the blocks, firing and all cylinders, being the aggressor. Maybe Mr. Roddick still a bit tentative. That was a fast one.
134. And Sampras has just been too good.
So good, hasn't lost a point yet.
Love 40 for Sampras after holding it love.
Pete thought about it, then saw how deep the ball was and came in. Solid volley.
So triple break point for Pete Sampras in the second game of the match. 133 mile an hour first serve from Roddick keeps him in the game.
Got the hair going tonight, huh? It's on fire.
I think you could set a plate on that. Look at that. A lot of gel in there. Roddick 6 feet 1 inches tall, but with the hair, I guess you'd say 6'4" maybe.
Yeah, about that.
Standing straight up, but Roddick has rallied to take the last 2 points. However, Sampras still with a break chance. Sampras strikes first. He gets the break and he leads 2-love.
Roddick just cannot afford to do that. I mean, he has to make the first serve and don't let Sampras put the pressure on him, especially on a break point. And Sampras fist pumping there right after the first game. I guess Roddick was waiting for him to open up the fist pumping, and now he's going to do a little bit of his own.
I know we've only seen 2 games, but Roddick, to me, and it may be nerves, just doesn't seem to be moving well to start this match. Hopefully it's not that foot. Pete Sampras' wife.
I think that when you have an injury, you just go into the court and it's still a bit cold, and as the match goes on, you just let go of those little fears and just let emotion take over, and that's what's going to happen with Andy.
And Sampras with the 120-mile-an-hour ace, second of the match. Roddick can't touch it. 15-all.
Class by Pete Sampras, just putting the first ball deep into the backhand corner and then easily winning the point with a drop shot. It's very delicate. Good footwork.
Now Sampras with a 30-15 lead. He still only dropped 1 point on his serve so far. He has another game point to move ahead 3-love in the opening set. Well, it has been all Pete Sampras to start this match. A lot of tennis yet to be played, but at the moment, Sampras in control, up 3-love. So Andy Roddick, the number 11 seed, 20 years of age, looking to get on the scoreboard here as he was broken in his first service game. And he now serves to Pete Sampras at love 3, first set.
We just mentioned that Roddick and Sampras are Davis Cup teammates. I think that's a big factor in favor of Pete because of the experience. You learn to analyze the other person's games a lot better, and you can bet these two have played a lot of tennis against each other.
It was called a let.
That was a bit late.
Yeah, 138 miles an hour. Roddick still can't believe it. Thought he had an ace. So did everyone in here,
including Pete Sampras.
But instead, 15-love. He'll try another first serve. Same result, just not quite as fast.
He spun it over the net.
Took a little bit off. 131. 30-love. I would not want to be that line judge in the middle of the court there on that center service line.
Roddick just doesn't seem to have the pop in the legs when Sampras comes in. He just doesn't get down fast enough.
Yeah. Good chance for Sampras there. Puts it out. And now Roddick, 40-15, a chance to hold for the first time in the match. Sigh of relief from Andy Roddick. It's his first game as we see his coach, Terry Benavides. Benavides reached as high as number 22 in the world. He played on the tour. Doing wonders with Andy Roddick at the moment. Pete Sampras is in control of this first set, up 3-1.
131 there for the old man.
2 miles an hour short of Roddick's fastest of 133.
That tee serve has really served wonders for Pete through the years.
His wife's looking a lot more relaxed than she did the other night against Tommy Haas.
Oh, just wait up. We're just getting started here.
That's right. Now 40 love for Sampras. Still, he's only dropped 1 point on his serve in this set. This is his 3rd service game. Sampras with the backhand pulls Roddick way off the court and holds serve to take a 4-1 lead. Roddick is such an emotional player, feeds off the crowd, gets on a roll, a momentum player, but Sampras has just kept him at bay so far in this match. He's not been able to generate any excitement.
The point had the ball gone over the net. Roddick only at 50% first serves. It's not going to do it against the Sampras that is taking their second serve and coming into the net, putting the pressure. This time Roddick coming in, but Pete easily passing him with 2 forehands.
Andy Roddick, also a U.S. Open champion. Sampras facing the junior champion 2 years ago.
40-15.
How time flies. Roddick, one of those rare juniors that is able to make the leap onto the tour and have almost immediate success.
You said the right word there, leap. He's just full of confidence.
Roddick holds for a second time, but it's Sampras still up a break in this opening set.
Almost has the same feel as that match between Jimmy Connors and Jim Courier a few years ago.
Yeah. Future meets the past kind of thing.
Get the crowd going.
Well, some entertainment finally from these two. Good point.
15 long.
But Sampras continuing his streak of winning points on serve.
Great touch here by Pete. No indication of a bad foot here by Andy Roddick, chasing down the drop shot and then the lob to do some fancy shots there.
Net.
Well, you said the future against the past. Pete is hoping to make it in the present. And
yeah.
And the way it's looking.
So far. Sampras up 30 love. Of course, it was a year ago at the same stage in the tournament that Sampras combined with Andre Agassi to produce one of the greatest matches of all time. 4 tie-break sets. Neither player lost serve, and Sampras knocked Agassi out of the tournament. Agassi was the #2 seed last year. This year, the only way those guys could meet would be in the finals.
That would be something, huh?
Yeah. John McEnroe saying today that if Sampras somehow were able to win this U.S. Open, that would be it. He'd be out of here.
I was just thinking that before the match. He just, in his acceptance speech, he must say, well, I played my last match. That would be something.
Yeah.
Somehow, I don't think he will.
Well, he says he's still having fun out there.
40-15.
And this is his job. This is his career. As long as he enjoys it, why not? Roddick picking up a rare point on the Sampras serve. Just the second point Sampras has given up in his service games, but still 40-15, a chance to move ahead 5-2. And he does. 7 aces already for Pete Sampras.
Hold out.
Excuse me.
I think it's 2 it's missed now.
Well, the device is being run on the road with
Tony Nimmin saying it was a let.
You should put someone on there.
Well, let's see what it does.
Well, it's 2 it's missed. I think it's going so fast, it's hitting it.
Okay.
Sampras saying that's the second one it's missed, referring to the Roddick serve that was 138 and had to bring it back.
Tony Nimmin saying let's just give it a little more time before we put a person out there. That's what Sampras wanted. The net court judge. Well, Sampras holds serve despite not getting credit for his 7th ace. Moves ahead 5-2 in this final quarterfinal match. But this is a whole different scene here. The quarterfinals of the U.S. Open. So far, Pete Sampras has been overwhelming Andy Roddick. 14 winners for Sampras, just 2 for Andy Roddick. And Roddick now serving to try to stay in this opening set.
Seats quickly, please. Those are ready. Thank you.
Waiting for some people to take their seats.
Roddick needs to do a lot more of these, try to move Pete Sampras in the back, but Sampras coming up with a very good forehand cross court, putting the pressure on Roddick.
And Sampras playing with so much confidence.
Well, he hasn't won 4 matches in a row in a long time.
Yeah. Another winner.
Tariq Benavides has been trying to work with Roddick and coming into the net. You just tell that Andy doesn't feel comfortable at all, and being so big and having such a powerful shots, he should be able to come into the net and win more points.
Chance for Sampras here, 15-30. Good serve from Roddick. You mentioned Sampras. It's been a while since he's won this many matches in a tournament. He has had not won more than 2 matches in any tournament since that Houston event that Roddick beat him in the finals. That was back in April. So he went from April to the U.S. Open without winning more than 2 matches in a tournament. Game point for Roddick. Roddick holds after getting broken in his first service game. He's held the others. But it's Sampras now with a chance to close out the opening set.
Pete really going for that second serve. Big difference if you get the first one. Roddick's still a bit cold. I just don't see him comfortable out there. Has a lot to do with the Sampras serve.
Sampras helping him out. Second double fault, 15-all. Pete Sampras' 14th U.S. Open. Into the finals the last 2 years.
Roddick wanted that one. He was far inside the court for that return. Sampras serving and volleying on both serves as we see the flag and the wind blowing exactly in the direction that Sampras is serving right now.
And in the Gonzalez-Shawkin match, after the match, they both talked about how different it was playing on each end of the court. It affected the way they hit the shots. And Sampras has given Andy Roddick 2 points in this game off double faults. This is really Andy Roddick's first opportunity on the Sampras serve, 30-all.
Crowd just waiting to explode here. Which way? I don't think they will.
That's
Of the 4 points Sampras has lost on his serve, 3 of them have come from the second serve.
Tentative volley there, but we'll take it.
And it's the game point, and it's also set point. Sampras trying to close this first set out, 6-3. Right on the line, and Pete Sampras has taken the opening set, 6 games to 3.
by 6 games to 3. Second set.
At the moment, it's been all Sampras. Roddick will serve to start the second set as soon as everybody settles down here in Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Thank you. Please.
Sampras broke Roddick in the second game of the first set.
Roddick with a little more spring in his step now. Looking more comfortable out there.
Well, a new set for Roddick, new frame of mind.
correction, repivot.
Roddick wanted the call, got it from the line judge, and then chair umpire brought it back.
Tony Nimmons correcting the call, overruling it. So they'll replay it. 30 love. Same result.
Can't see the replay because Sampras doesn't want it playing while he's on.
Well, Andy Roddick looking sharp to start the second set. First time he's jogged over to the changeover area. Holds to start it. It's 1-love Roddick. Roddick has enjoyed so much success here in the United States. 64 and 18 over the course of his career in the U.S. 34 and 19 in the rest of the world. So much better winning percentage here in the States. Of course, he's not normally playing Pete Sampras, especially at the U.S. Open. Yeah, a miss from Sampras on that volley. Looks up forward with the ace, 30-15. All of Andy Roddick's titles have come in the United States. Memphis, Houston twice, Atlanta, Washington.
Yeah, miss there for Sampras.
So two of those fairly routine volleys go into the net in this game. 30 all. It's been to this point one other time. He's unable to break. He's not seen a break point the entire match.
Ooh, that was ugly.
What's going on there, Nico? I mean, those are three very makeable volleys.
It's windy. Very tough. Very tough. Especially even is more pumped than Andy Roddick there for a break.
Roddick will have his first break chance on the Sampras serve. In the past, this really wasn't too much of a concern for Sampras. Let's see if he can blow through this one.
Oh, that was close.
Just inside the line.
He wanted that one. Pete a bit hesitant there to hit the volley. He was a bit hesitant in the 30-all volley to close out the first set. Yeah, hesitant at all there.
All over it.
The return by Roddick went inside the court, forcing Sampras to hit a half volley, and Pete closing it down the line. Yeah, just keep going forward. Sigh of relief.
Well, Roddick had a chance. We could not convert it. And Pete Sampras holds to even the second set, one game apiece.
Roddick went in front to return the Sampras serve. He should give himself a little more room there.
Big inside-out forehand Roddick loves to hit into the opposite corner. Missed it. Opportunity for Sampras at love 30. Sampras got up love 40 in that game that he broke Roddick before finally breaking 30-40. Double fall for Roddick. If Sampras 3 more break chances if he needs them. Sampras had to go to the 3rd chance when he was at this point in the first set. Roddick has just given Pete Sampras control of the 2nd set. Sampras had 1 break of serve in the opening set. He's got 1 break here in the 2nd. Will that be enough? The buzz in the air here at Arthur Ashe Stadium. It's slow to get to their seats, but in shock right now. Sampras has dominated to this point. Sampras gives 1 back, but not at break point.
Good return by Roddick.
And now Roddick with the chance. Love 30. Sampras needs to slam the door shut here. A big confidence boost for Roddick if he could break back. Might see some of those fist pumps. How about that second serve?
12 miles per hour.
That's a kick. Give Sampras his first point of this game, but still a good opportunity for Roddick. So only 1 break point in this match. Roddick not sure about it, but Sampras gets credit for his 8th ace. 30-all. That wind at the top of the stadium, which is blowing in Sampras's face.
Correction.
Ooh, Roddick's not gonna like that one.
Well, Tony Nimmons has overruled 2 calls in Sampras's behalf. And now Sampras.
Stop it. Tony, let's not make this personal anymore. Seriously, this is getting out of control. Is that a first serve?
First serve.
No, Roddick is not happy. After what happened at last year's Open with Larry Hill, we all remember that, when he got overruled on the far line by Georgia Diaz, and now Mr. Roddick getting in Tony Nimmons' face there.
Game point for Sampras. 40-30, 2-1, 2nd set. That's long. The wind at Roddick's back on that side, and Sampras, with the benefit of that overroll, settles down and holds 3-1.
Roddick telling him not to make it personal, and if you're an umpire, you don't want to get Andy Roddick against you because he's going to be playing a few important matches in the years to come, and normally the referees tend not to put umpires that have problems with certain players.
Well, Roddick has some problems with a couple of different umpires out there, Nico, in Toronto this year. He's having problems with Romano Grillotti. And a few choice words for him during the match.
And a few players also.
Yeah. Such an emotional guy, very volatile.
Well, Pete Sampras rolling here, just 43 minutes into this match. 7 break.
I guess you would agree, Nico, the serve has just been the key for Sampras. I mean, he's just not letting Roddick have any chances. And the way Sampras is serving, Roddick can hold it love all he wants, especially in this set. And Sampras has the break and he's up 3-2. A little bit of a letdown in terms of the firework potential in this match. It's been a great match for Sampras so far. He's up a break in the second, serving at 3-2. This is the most full Arthur Ashe Stadium has been in this entire tournament, so it takes a while for everybody to get settled down on these changeovers. Of course, last night Max Mirny, in the middle of his ball toss, a fan screamed out. Andre Agassi gave him another first serve.
Everything going Sampras' way. Roddick attacked the net pretty well there, but Sampras has got a sitter from the left.
Sampras, get this out of here. Swat.
Roddick's body language giving away his content here. Hit there by Pete, but he was so close to the net that he got away with it.
30 love for Sampras. As long as he continues to take care of his serve, he'll win this set. Sampras has never lost a night match at the US Open. 19-0.
Wow. Checking the racket there, that old stick of his. That's probably manufactured back in the 80s. Feeling like it's dead.
He apologizes to Roddick. He'll go over and change the frame. It'll be a second serve.
You can see the lead tape adding the weight to the head of the racket. 410 grams on Sampras' racket these days. It's probably the heaviest racket in the tour.
And Sampras doesn't adjust to it. He double faults. Roddick his first point in this game.
Great half volley there by Pete.
So sharp, Nico. I mean, this is vintage Pete Sampras here.
Plus, Roddick is not making him work on his serve, making him run around the back of the court, just hit a few balls. Pete just has time to recover and doesn't even have to breathe deep. So far, he's cruising. Pete can afford to let go of Roddick's serve because he's already up a break in this set.
Second serve.
Well, he missed that, but he is picking up those half volleys at his feet unbelievably well.
He's been doing that for a long, long time.
Yeah. It's a reflex for Sampras, just instinctual. And Sampras taking a little time here in this point. Game point 40-30. Just to make sure he gets it.
So good.
Well, Sampras stays ahead of break here in the second set. He's played 15 games in 50 minutes. It has been a Pete Sampras kind of match so far.
It's an average of what, 3.5, 4 minutes a game?
Yeah.
It's not bad.
No.
No rallies here.
3-minute games are pretty fast.
Almost like your miles.
You can just see, I mean, it's just very little intensity there from Roddick. He's just flat. Nothing's working. Hasn't had anything to feed off of.
Pete just doesn't let him get in any kind of rhythm. Big at the service, he doesn't go to the net much. Been to the net 4 times this match.
Yeah.
Sampras been to the net 35 times.
And Roddick with only 1 ace. And with a serve that big, you'd expect him to have more.
Half volley drop shot there by Sampras. Almost got away with it.
Trying to use a little body language to lift that one over. Didn't work.
Got to stay down for that instead of jumping up like Pete did.
Now 30-all. Chance for Sampras. Sampras has seen 4 break points. Converted on 2. 1 in each set. And now Roddick has just given Sampras another opportunity. 30-40.
Pete is driving Andy crazy with the chip and charges. Just not used to that. Roddick serving against the ring gives Sampras a chance to pick up a shorter serve to come in.
Fans trying to get into it. Break point Sampras to go up 2 breaks in the second set. And he's done it. And that just about gives the second set to Pete Sampras, much to the delight of his wife. He will serve for the second set of 2 breaks of serve here in set number 2. Wow. Well, earlier today, Nico, with all the hype, I did hear a few people say, well, what if it ends up being straight sets and
It's a
terrible match?
It's always a possibility.
But it's just been unbelievable how sharp Pete Sampras has been. I mean, he has completely controlled the match. Here's that last break point.
Both guys in the changeover taking a look at the jumbotron. You just can't stop looking at it. do a great job here at the Open. That old machine.
Maybe Roddick wants to see if there's anything he can pick up on the screen that would help him out. Roddick has not been able to generate any of his big game tonight. Sampras has kept him down, and now Sampras serves for the second set with new balls.
Yeah, the chances of him losing his serve.
I think he could use any kind of ball tonight. I don't think he'd be losing his serve. Not yet. This has been the side that the servers struggled a little bit. Sampras 2 points away from closing Roddick out here in this second set. So Roddick will approach the third. So that's all he'll have left. Roddick not even making a move. Double set point for Pete Sampras to take a 2-sets-to-love lead. Well, he just has all the answers tonight. Pete Sampras is out in front by 2 sets. He's 1 set away from the semifinals. Let's see what Andy Roddick can do about it. So Roddick will serve from in front here in the third set. Let's see if he can change the direction of this match. First point, third set.
Well, everything's just going Pete's way here.
And look at the shoulders of Roddick. He's just slumped over.
I'm about to start feeling embarrassed here if he gets broken in the first game.
What must be going through Roddick's 20-year-old brain and body right now? If there's any panic in there?
A little bit. I mean, you always are afraid of being embarrassed in front of a lot of people, which is what's happening so far. But this match is by no means over.
No, not at all. Not when you've got that potential that Roddick has.
He might let loose now that he's down 2 sets to love and really start hitting the ball the way he knows how to do.
Maybe you should start thinking more like Fernando Gonzalez than Andy Roddick. All. Sampras looking for a break in the first game of the third. And now Sampras will get that chance. Break point, first game, third set. Roddick has had nothing for Sampras tonight. And Sampras has got a break of serve in the opening game of the third. He's only needed 1 break in each set. He got 2 in the second, but he has not been broken even close to being broken tonight. And he takes control of the third. Sampras, if he can win this match, would win his 69th U.S. Open match. Time for 5th place on the all-time U.S. Open singles win list. He's got a break of serve. Roddick losing the opening game of this third set. Wow. I mean, a full stadium here, and in just over an hour, Sampras poised to close it out. Just 9 winners in this match for Andy Roddick, 16 unforced errors. Sampras with 28 total winners and 18 unforced errors. I'm looking around, Nico, and people almost look bored.
Well, they're just stunned, you know. It looks like Roddick is a bit getting to that stage a little bit where he just wants to get out of here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's been helpless. Sampras has just smothered him.
That's too bad, really, because Andy has a lot more to give.
We've seen it even in this tournament. He's had so many brilliant moments in this U.S. Open. But he just can't crack Pete Sampras.
Well, in hindsight, you should have thought about the experience factor a little bit more.
Sure.
I mean, Roddick, I feel, is almost paralyzed from the beginning. I don't know how much the foot has had to do with it, but in a match like this, at the level that they're playing, you know, just tough players just have it, you know, that pain resistant factor, and I don't know how bad it is. I'm gonna have to go to the locker room and check it out, but and I'll get back to you on that one. But he just seemed paralyzed from the beginning, hasn't been able to wake up.
Of course, this is Sampras's world. He's questioning that line call on the serve. He's got a couple of overrules from Tony Memmons, and Memmons now is going to be very selective in those overrules.
Yeah, if he gave that call to Pete, Andy was going to walk and shake him off the tree.
And shouting out during the Roddick toss. Trying to get behind Roddick to make this a match. .40 lead for Roddick. And he's got to hold serve now. Any more breaks would just about do it. Jump on Sampras. It's a good way to finish it off, give him a little confidence. Just his third ace in this match, and his first game of the third set. Sampras up a break. And now Pete Sampras serving up a break of serve in this third set after taking the first two rather easily. Playing just over an hour. Sampras in control of the match.
Crowd decided they were going to have their fun.
And even there, Nico, Roddick just did not seem like he was able to push off to get into that point. Once he threw up the lob, he basically just stopped. And when you're down this big, you at least think he'd be making an effort, see what could happen. somehow he could run down one of those overheads, get a racket on it. That would set this place on fire.
There we go. Roddick looking at Jim Courier, who's at courtside there. But he's not going to get any advice from old Jimbo.
No, in fact, Courier spent most of the day picking Roddick, and then when he went on the air tonight on national television, he switched and took Sampras.
He knows who's the boss. Pete will not invite him to play any exhibitions after he retires.
Yeah. Now 30-15 for Sampras. See it again. His feet.
He wants it bad. Looking ahead a little bit because we're going to have to.
We've been waiting as long as we can.
Yeah, this just looks very interesting finally for Pete because he's going to have a chance to play Shen Shalkin, a guy that's not going to serve big against him. And on hardcourt, we want to think he's going to be the favorite. And maybe if he has a short one there, he'll be in good shape to play a good final, which is precisely the reason he's lost the last couple of finals against Safin and Hewitt the past 2 years. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Sampras winning the next, this match and the next one, but you have to look at it if you have a draw in front of you.
Sampras throws in a double fault to keep Roddick in this game. Still game point, 40-30. Move ahead 3-1. And he does it. Keep in mind, Sampras last year being the first man in U.S. Open history to beat 3 former champions in consecutive matches. Beat Rafter in the round of 16, Agassi at this stage, and then beat the defending champion Safin in the semifinals. As Nico said, just was not physically ready to play Hewitt the next day in the finals. And now Roddick serves at 1-3. Third set.
We're very high up here, Sam, but what I can see, just looking at Jim Courier down there, right behind him is Paul Anacone. And interesting enough, Anacone is not in Sampras' corner because he's also the head of the USTA player development department. So Andy Roddick, a big part of that. He doesn't want to get on Andy Roddick's bad side here. So smart move by old Mr. Anacone. And I'm sure he had to ask Pete for permission, and very gracefully Pete said, of course. And I don't see him having a problem. Maybe he'll sit Paul over there for the rest of the tournament.
Well, as superstitious as these guys are, you may be onto something there.
Not Pete. I don't think so.
I know in Toronto this summer, I was actually hitting on a practice court, and Roddick came out to warm up for his match and asked me to move. He had not signed up for the court I was on, but he said it was the court he had been warming up on the entire tournament and he hadn't lost. And he said, I know it sounds stupid, but I've become superstitious about it. Would you mind switching with me?
Of course you said no.
Put on the next court, man. And of course I moved and then he won. And now Sampras again with a chance. 30 all. 2 breaks, you'd have to say, would be the match.
Oh, that machine. Poor guy. You got a feel for him.
And even Sampras looking at the chair. Tony Nimmons has to go by that machine. If he's not willing to turn it off and get someone to come out there and do it in person, he's got to go with it.
It was bad for Roddick and bad for Sampras. Roddick had gotten the first serve, and then Pete had got the returning. So both of them mad at their umpire. Get on with it.
30 all, first serve coming from Roddick.
getting behind the youngster now a little bit.
And of course, they want to see a match here. They want this to go a little bit longer. People have been waiting for this match for days.
Net for serve. Net for serve.
So a third chance at a first serve. Uh-oh.
You know, Pete wants some insurance here.
Sampras still alive in this game, up a break. 2 sets to love. Looking down into Arthur Ashe Stadium on this beautiful New York night. And Roddick gets credit with the ace, his 4th of the match, to get him the game point again.
Very good. Excellent touch there by Sampras after playing masterfully with that forehand. Coming into the net after the short ball, forcing Roddick to stretch on the backhand side. Sweetly over the net.
And another deuce. More of a chance for Sampras. If Roddick holds here, we might see a little fire from him. He holds with an ace. A little bit of a fist pump. Certainly not what we've grown used to seeing.
Still a breakdown.
Sampras in control of the third, up 3-2. Now Pete Sampras, more Grand Slam titles than any other man in the history of the game. In his quest for another U.S. Open, serving up a break in the third.
That would be like a cowboy movie.
Sampras won here in 90, 93, 95, and 96. Back in 1990, the youngest champion ever. It was in his 8th Grand Slam event, and he won it. And this is actually Andy Roddick's 8th Grand Slam event.
Doesn't look like he's going to win it.
No, not the way things have been going.
Sampras under the tutelage of Mr. Joe Brandy back then. Joe works in a tennis academy where Andy Roddick practices now in Boca Raton.
Really? If you gave him any insights into this one.
I don't think Andy would call Joe.
No. Saw Paul Annacone before the match asked about what you were talking about earlier, where he would be sitting because of his role with the United States Tennis Association. He wouldn't even pick a winner. He wouldn't even say who he wanted to win.
Think he gave Sampras advice?
He was that diplomatic. I think he probably did. I mean, he is his coach. But in terms of the outward appearance, he wanted to appear diplomatic.
But you know he gave him advice.
Sure.
The problem with wearing 2 hats, you know, I like Paul, we're very good friends, but he was called to the position with the USTA, and afterwards Pete called on him, and he could not say no to Pete. Oh, unbelievable pickup. Sampras with sweetness tonight.
Sampras holds it love. He's 2 games away from the semifinals.
Kept going forward through the ball. And a little look there. Everything going his way. But to finish the Annacone point, what do you do? I mean, Sampras could stop playing at the end of this year, and then he's out of a post with the USTA. So
That's the point he made, and I don't think Sampras was at all concerned about it.
I think Sampras knows how to play himself, huh?
I don't think he necessarily needs Annacone in his box. He's got his wife back there. Now Roddick jumping out quickly, 30 love. Cannot afford any loose service games from here on out.
You get a feeling that Sampras maybe letting go here a little bit in the Roddick serve. See the body language there, Pete, not too tight for the return. That'll work.
Well, he's in the situation now where he's just going for the winners on the return. If he gets it, great. If not, he'll just take care of business on his serve. Again, has that attitude because of the way he's been playing tonight. He's built up so much confidence, but Andy Roddick doesn't go away. He's not dead yet. Sampras up a break. He'll be serving at 4-3. Well, here in the second of our 2 quarterfinals today, it has been all Pete Sampras. Shang Chalkin earlier this afternoon beating Fernando Gonzalez in 5 long sets, 7-6 in the 5th, 3 hours and 42 minutes. And this has been anything but that match. Sampras now serving up a break, 4-3 after just an hour and 20 minutes on court.
Will Andy Roddick see another break point before the night is over?
And he's starting to talk to himself a little bit, trying to self-motivate.
This is the side that Pete Sampras doesn't like to serve from.
Roddick's seen only 1 break point in this entire match. Crowd getting more and more vocal as we get deeper and deeper into this. How about that? Not only does that serve hit the line, Nico, but it bounces away from Roddick.
A bit of slice.
Sampras' first serve percentage is not good. It's only 46%, but he hasn't been hurt.
Chooses the right spot.
And Roddick gets in front. 15-30.
A little excitement here from the youngster after passing Sampras on the second shot. From the crowd.
Now they want him to get back in it, see some more tennis.
Big second serve by Pete Sampras at a crucial time, 111 miles per hour.
Roddick frustrated with himself, that ball hitting the tape. His coach trying to keep him fired up. Still a good chance, 30 all. Can get this point, he'd see a break point.
Not tonight, says Sampras.
Well, he's just been exceptional tonight. Now 40-30, a chance to move ahead 5-3. And Sampras holds serve. A little moment of tension in that game, little drama, but Sampras coming through, and he's a game away from the semis. Now all the pressure on Andy Roddick. Sampras and his wife expecting their first child just after the first of the year.
Sampras trouble there. He didn't get a call on the baseline. Got to keep his cool for another 5 minutes or so.
Roddick up 40 love. Making sure he stays in the match. Well, Roddick holds serve, but it's Pete Sampras who will have a chance to close out the match and get back to the semifinals of the U.S. Open. Andy Roddick's down to one more chance. The match rests on the racket of Pete Sampras and his serve.
Doesn't look too worried, does she?
No.
He's putting some pressure now.
The device is red, so it just didn't make the beat this red. It was a fault.
Asking if the device made the beat because they have the Cyclops machine there. He's been a little more time than he'd like to before the second serve. Oh, no beat that time.
What about the second serve ace?
But he's trusting his weapon.
116 miles an hour. That is his 13th ace of the match. Now 3 points away from the semis, 15 all.
That's been Pete's strength his whole career, the second serve. Oh, and Roddick with a good backhand cross court.
Well, this is a big game for Sampras too, Nico, to prove to himself that he can get through this.
Big crowd. Want some more.
15-30.
And the Roddick inside the baseline to return that serve. Not giving himself any room to maneuver there.
Now 30 all. 2 points away. And now match point for Pete Sampras. Just to get back to the semifinals.
Sampras sucking it up before final serve maybe.
Net for serve.
Actually, the crowd is cheering for him to finish it, not for Andy to come back.
Well, so much has been made about Pete Sampras. Should he retire? Can he still play?
That will do it.
He's answered those questions tonight. Pete Sampras will play in the semifinals of the U.S. Open. A straight set victory over Andy Roddick. How about that?
Tough act to follow, Pete Sampras.
Would you have ever expected in the quarterfinal match that you'd do it this quickly against Andy Roddick?
You know, I don't know what to expect. You know, I think Andy was a little bit hurt, wasn't moving all that well, but under the circumstances, I thought I played quite well.
it was pretty breezy down here, so.
Andy had said before the match that you guys were going to hold serve, so the serve was not the most important thing. It was the return serve, and you seemed to do that well, breaking it 4 times.
Well, his serve is absolutely huge. You know, he's got a lot of power, that young kid. So I just need to get it back and kind of go from there. I put some pressure on him early, and it was a good night.
There were remarks made before this match, marks made by Greg Rosetsky, marks made by the media, saying that, I know, you don't care about that. hey, go easy. Just saying this is old guard versus new guard. Did that fire you up?
Absolutely, it fired me up, you know, for sure.
Now you're in your 9th semifinal. Could you imagine a five-time U.S. Open winner, 1 match away from the finals?
I hope so. It's not going to be easy. I play Schalken, who's a very good player, so I'm looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah. Schalken said he'd rather play Roddick. He's 1-1 against Roddick. He's 0-4 against you. So you got that going for you.
That's a good start. Hopefully, you know, I can do it 0-5.
20-0 at night.
Yeah.
So you like playing nighttime?
I love here. You know, night it's awesome here in New York. It's a pleasure playing here.
Congratulations, Pete. Good luck. Pete Sampras moving on to the semifinals. Ted?
Think about this, John. 20 in a row. Pete Sampras and the Oakland A's.